Hey y'all, I have been in the office all day and the sun's going down and we got storms rolling through. Just the leftovers from Hurricane Beryl. You know, he hit Texas and now he's coming across Louisiana. It's just kind of leftover stuff, but our weather radio keeps going off. That's why I'm telling y'all all that. So if it goes off, just bear with me, okay? They're concerned, okay? And I gotta cook supper. That's my concern, right? We'll let everybody worry about what they need to worry about, right? Tonight I'm gonna cook dirty rice. I usually just do it with hamburger meat because that's all that I have. But y'all are always wanting to know when to add the chicken livers. So tonight we're gonna do it right. It's really gonna be dirty rice, right? If you get it in a fast food joint around here, it's usually got a little bit of chicken liver in it, if not all. You can even put gizzards, but I'm not going that far. Y'all be on your own, okay? Sorry. All right, y'all saw I turned my burner on. I'm gonna start with a couple of tablespoons of butter and a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Y'all know I love to mix those two flavors. So very good. This little thing takes forever to give me 2 tablespoons. That might be one. We'll work on another. You won't waste olive oil, that's for sure. All right, y'all, into this, I want to start cooking up. Dirty rice always calls for the Trinity, which is celery, onion, and bell pepper. And I love to buy this frozen. Y'all know this is getting dark time, you know, quick weeknight. So I buy it frozen. It's called Season and Blend. It's a 10-ounce package. And this also has parsley in it. And it has red and green bell pepper, which I dearly love. And I meant to get out some scissors before I hopped on here with y'all, but I didn't do what I meant to do, right? But I grabbed them real quick. Okay, you see they're frozen and they're just beautiful. And they also have parsley in them. So it is one-stop shop. They did all our work and I really, really appreciate it. Yes, I do. I'm gonna let these soften for just a minute. They're still frozen, right? Yes, it's got a little bit of a outside of an onion on it. That's the only thing I found in these seasoning blends, but I work with it. I get over it. Yes, I do. I can do that if they did all that chopping for me. And I've got pre-minced garlic. I love that. About 2 teaspoons going in here. And I am also going to do just a sprinkle of salt and some black pepper because I always flavor each and every layer that needs it, okay? Because I don't want to do it just one time in this whole pot and then come up lacking. Y'all know what I mean? Yes, so just flavor each layer. All right, let me let these soften for just a few minutes. I know I told y'all this comes with parsley in it, but it's not very much, so I've just got this dried parsley, and I love to add a good bit more. Maybe a teaspoon or a nice generous shaking. Been a few minutes, and I sure wish y'all could smell this, but already. Just throw this in a pot with some butter and olive oil, and somebody think you've been in the kitchen cooking, right? All right, to this. 1 pound of ground beef, and this is ours. That's why it's wrapped in brown paper. Yes, it is. And I'm going to use my little chopper to get it chopping up with the veggies. And I told y'all season each layer. Well, you know ground beef's going to need some salt, isn't it? Yes, it is. And we're going to give it some black pepper too. Yes, we are. I'm going to let this ground beef cook for just a few minutes and we'll add our liver. Now I have 3 chicken livers in here, okay? See, 1, 2, and 3. You can pre-chop them, but what I do is cook them and then I'll chop them up in here. I put them in after my ground beef's been cooking for just a minute, just because they don't take as long to cook. And I don't want them to get tough and rubbery on me. I want them to stay nice and tender. If you love the flavor of liver, you could put 6 or 8 in here, okay? John and I are not huge fans of liver, but inside this dish, it just becomes one, and it gives it a real lovely flavor. So I just put about 3. As you see, I've kept them right here in the middle, and they just cook, and then they begin to just chop up and disintegrate into the ground beef. If you don't want to do ground beef and liver, you could do sausage and ground beef. But this tends to be the most traditional way here in Louisiana is with the chicken livers. Y'all see it begins looking like the ground beef, doesn't it? We can start adding all the good stuff. I have got 2 cups of uncooked instant rice, okay? That's what makes this a quick weeknight meal, instant rice. If you're going to add long grain, long cooking rice, pre-cook it before you put it in here, okay? We're going to add bay leaf or 2. Yes, 1, 2. He was a little guy. Let's put 3. He needed a buddy. Yes, he did. I love to use poultry seasoning. It's got thyme and oregano and some black pepper. It's a one-stop shop, and I love that, especially on a weeknight. I'm going to put a teaspoon. And this I do measure. That was a very generous teaspoon. Now I also put smoked paprika if I have it out. Sometimes I don't have it out. But tonight I do, so we're going to sprinkle it about. And some cayenne pepper. This is optional, but I promise you, if you just put a nice sprinkle in here, it does not make it hot, okay, and spicy. It just gives it a good flavor. I promise. Just trust me. And we need 2 cups of beef broth. I love to use broth instead of water because we're just adding to the flavor of the beef in there. If you don't have beef broth, you certainly could use chicken broth, and it's going to be delicious as well. All right, y'all. I'm going to bring this, let it come back to a nice boil. Some other variations I've seen has your sliced sausage in there instead of ground sausage. So dirty rice is kind of your own recipe here in Louisiana. You just make it your own. You can use some things you might have left over, like some sausage. But this is what I always do, is ground beef. And this time we're doing that chicken liver just so y'all know when to put it in there and how to cook it, right? All right, it's starting to bubble. Let me show y'all up close. There we go. You see how it's starting to come to a bubbly boil? So I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to turn it down on really low. And not raise the lid up. We're going to let it go for 5 minutes. All right, y'all. In the meantime, while we're waiting on our rice to get done, we are going to put some bread in the oven. This is garlic bread, but it's made with real garlic and butter and olive oil, and it's so very good. A little Parmesan of yummy, yummy, yummy goodness. I have an Italian loaf. You could use French bread as well. I love how wide the Italian loaf is, though. And I'm going to cut it in half. I'm only going to use half because y'all know it's just John and me here tonight. That'll be for another night. Sometimes I even make a big old po' boy out of these. Okay. All right. I love to mix a couple of tablespoons. If I was doing that whole loaf, I may use a whole stick of butter, okay? That's probably about 3 tablespoons of that. And I love olive oil with it. I love that combination, and I'm going to do about the same amount of olive oil. I need a shaker that gives me more than this at one time. He's making my videos long, isn't he? Okay. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of salt and a little pepper if you want. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I didn't mean to rhyme there. And I've got my pre-minced garlic. I'm going to put a couple teaspoons or maybe a big generous tablespoon. That's totally up to you. And I have Parmesan. And yes, this is the pre-grated store-bought. It's a quick weeknight, isn't it? Sure is. So let's put a couple of tablespoons of that. Or more if the big clump falls out. Just own it, right? Yeah, let's own it. My butter wasn't quite softened, but I'm gonna stir it all together. All together. Something that I love that makes it pretty. Just have a little pop of color. It's parsley flakes. Parsley flakes, yes. Just like what we just put in our dirty rice. All right, y'all. We get it stirred up even though our butter wasn't completely softened, aren't we? Yes, we are. That already smells delicious. Yes, it does. Our oven's ready. I've got our oven on 400. And we're gonna slide this in there and let it get nice and toasty after we have put it all over our bread. Yum. Yeah, we've got bad weather coming, so it's just a come in the house early this evening, let's eat. And see if we get to keep electricity, right? It's kind of the way it is around here. Okay, y'all, 400 Fahrenheit degree oven till it gets as golden as you like it. All right, y'all, it's been 5 minutes. Let's check on our rice and make sure it's done. Yum. I can see it's still got a little juice left in the bottom. So I'm gonna let it go for another 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna turn the fire off and I'm gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes. After that extra 5 minutes, I'm not gonna raise the lid and I'm gonna let it sit here and just be fire off for 5 more minutes. I'm waiting. Oh my, oh my. Do y'all see that? Yeah. Put it up here and let's check our rice. The only thing we need to remember is to fish out our little bay leaves. They will never soften up, so we need to get those out. This was when I wonder why did I put 3. Right? Where are they? Where are you? Little bay leaf, there you are, hiding out. Now see, this is nice and done, right? Looks good. And there's my 3rd one. Good deal. Okay, how I finished this is little green onions, and y'all went and picked these out of the garden just then, right before making with y'all, and washed them and chopped them. I will put some in, and I'll save some for individual servings as well. And, of course, Louisiana hot sauce, right? Yeah. Just some dashes, however much or however little you want to put. Just like this. Doesn't it look good? Let me get you a bowl full. Louisiana style dirty rice.
Ooh.
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 Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Turning down the puppy dog's food. I'm cooking for the
They
puppy
look
dog.
good too. Dear Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this meal, for this time, Lord. Lord, please be with all the people this evening in the storm, Lord. Try to keep them safe, Lord. Lord, be with people in our prayers, our nation, Lord. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, baby. I got us 2 spoons. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh wait, I need to cut this bread for us. You can go on and start tasting.
And taste?
You can start tasting. Y'all hear the crispy, crunchy? And that's that homemade garlic bread with the real garlic. What's it taste like, baby? And you can't taste the liver in it, can you? Because, yeah, I want to let everybody know that.
That wasn't a good enough bite. So
wasn't a good enough bite? And one of the cameras can see we have just a few tomatoes. Just a few. I gotta show the others what I'm talking about. Just a few. Y'all see? So, I thought I'd slice some tomatoes too, darling.
That's good, baby.
Does that sound good? Can I taste that bread?
Yes, ma'am. That's good right there by itself.
All right, y'all. Go make this quick weeknight and just comfort your family with it. See y'all soon.
Man, you get through eating, I may have to eat with the puppies. Puppies look like they eating pretty good tonight.
We are finally getting rain, but we are so very thankful. Even it is coming off a hurricane. Our pastures were needing this so badly.